Hey everyone and welcome. I'm Matt with Chaparral Motorsports. Check us out at chapmoto.com for all of your riding needs. Today we are going to take a look at the brand new 60 ATS-1 full face helmet. Let's have a look. It took 3 years in the making and now it's finally here. This is the 60 ATS-1 full face premium street helmet. Now 60 brought out an all new technology a few years back in their dirt model, and now they've implemented that same technology into this premium street helmet. Now we're going to actually work a little bit backwards with this helmet because although the outside of the helmet looks aesthetically pleasing, really clean lines, nice shape to the helmet, it's what's inside that matters most. So I'm going to push this off for a second. This is actually a cutout from the dirt model, but the technology is the same. You have 28 dampeners throughout the EPS liner, and they're actually using 2 different EPS liners, so that way you have a 7mm gap, and it allows for these dampeners to compress and shear under impact. So if you take a look at it, if I move this around, you can see that it's going to shear and compress all different ways. This is going to slow the impact down and work immediately as soon as the impact occurs. So we've been used to EPS foam and helmets for many years, but it takes a certain amount of G-forces to activate that EPS foam to disperse the energy. That's where this technology is different. It reacts as soon as the impact occurs, dispersing the energy away from your brain, both linear and accelerational forces, and it's going to essentially work the same as the fluid in your skull to protect your brain. The helmet is DOT and ECE rated for safety. Now, as this ODS system works really well for your protection, it's also going to help pump air through this helmet very effectively because you have that 7mm gap between the 2 EPS liners and 15 different intake ports within the EPS liner itself. It's really going to allow that air to channel through the helmet to keep you nice and cool, and it's also going to keep the ride quiet because of the way it's directed through the helmet. So again, a lot of technology that's been implemented into this system here. So like I said, we're going to work backwards. So let's talk about the other features that this helmet has to offer. First off, it has a moisture wicking liner. It's very comfortable. It's soft to the touch. You have some of that 3D mesh in there, and it's really going to do a great job at wicking the sweat away to keep you nice and cool and comfortable. It's all completely removable and washable as well. You do have emergency cheek pads. You have these little red tabs there on the front, as you can see. And what's really nice about it, this is a 2-piece liner system. You can actually remove this back portion of the liner, or the neck roll rather, and that's going to allow even more air to flow through the helmet. So on a nice hot day, this is going to come in handy. So we'll set that off to the side for a second. Now, the liner. Like I said, very easily removable. You can see that the neck roll and cheek pad is all integrated, so it's one piece. Nice contour on the cheek pads as well to really hug the face. Take the other one out. Just a few snaps, and you have that little border there tucked right on the inside of the helmet. 2 snaps at the back, and also you have some snaps at the front, and that's going to be nice because they're up out of the way. You'll never feel them on the forehead, which is going to be very comfortable. And now we can give you a little better shot of what the helmet looks like on the interior with everything removed. You have a double D-ring retention system for safety. That's always a plus. That's track legal. The straps on the, or the covers rather, on the straps are very comfortable. And there you go. There's a shot of the EPS liner installed in the helmet. And another cool thing is that the EPS liner actually goes throughout the chin bar, which is again another safety standpoint to the helmet. It also comes included with a chin skirt. That's going to do a great job at keeping the helmet, again, nice and quiet, more comfortable on your ride. And then you can also see all the ports on the brow here that allows the air to channel through. One last thing with the interior of this helmet, you have recessed areas that are cut out already so that if you're using a comm system with this helmet, you're going to get a nice flush fit. Now we can move on to the ventilation system. You have one chin bar vent that's open and closed. You also get a breath deflector, which is going to help out with defogging. And by the way, you get the pin lock system included in the box with the purchase of the helmet. So a great value there. Then you have a forehead vent that's activated with one switch, or tab rather. It's very easy to get to with the gloved hand. And then you have a top scoop for a total of 4 intakes to the front. Again, remember, you have the 7mm gap in between the EPS liners and 15 different intake ports within the EPS liner to flow that air. So just keep that in mind again. In the back, you have a total of 5 exhaust vents to create that Venturi effect, create that vacuum, and suck out that hot, moist air to keep the rider nice and comfortable. And then again, remember, we're just recapping, you have that removable neck roll that is going to allow even more air to flow through the helmet more effectively. That brings us right into the actual construction of the outer shell. They're using 3K carbon, which is really high grade, nice and premium. It is lightweight, and they're using 3 outer shell sizes to cover your range of extra small through XXL. So extra small and small share a size, medium large share a size, and then XL and XX are going to share a size.
Now, there's one thing that I want to bring up about sizing, and that's that this helmet fits really large. I'm typically a medium across the board. This medium fits me way too big. I would definitely need to go down to a small, so just keep that in mind as well.
Now, I'm not going to lie here, this helmet is a little bit larger than most other helmets in this category or this price range. However, the aerodynamics of the helmet are really nice. Again, like I said, you have really smooth, clean lines, an integrated spoiler, and it's going to have a nice race stance for the tucked position. In the box, the helmet comes pre-installed with a clear face shield. At the moment, there's only a dark smoke as an option that's available for separate purchase, and later on down the road, we're going to start to see those other tints and colors that will be available. With that being said, you have a shield lock on the left side. There's also a city position to allow a small gap in between the gasket and the shield itself to allow some more air to flow through here. And of course, you have your lock for when you are on the track. And then you have your shield tab that's over in the front of the helmet on the left side as well. As far as colors go, we have 3 that are available at this current time. We have a gloss white along with the black, the carbon poking through, and it's all tied together with some silver pinstripe, which looks great, a nice timeless look. You're also going to see a matte carbon as well as a gloss carbon. So I told you we're going to work a little bit backwards. That is the 6D ATS-1 full face street helmet. High price tag, a lot of safety, a lot of new technology that is involved with this helmet. So for more information, head to the site shapmoto.com and don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We'll see you next time.